Minka will be placed on NFI. He sustained a wrist injury on vacation. I think he fell off a bike. It'll create some short-term discomfort, but I don't expect it to be an issue.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Training Camp Live, presented by FedEx. I'm Mike Prisuta, and that was Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin setting the stage for Training Camp 2022 yesterday here at Saint Vincent College. It's been a while since the Steelers have summered in Westmoreland County, but they are back, and they are back on the field. And the enthusiasm has been brought along from Pittsburgh. Mike Tomlin, always a guy who enjoys any kind of football setting in general and training camp in particular. Tomlin opening with a couple of transaction-type announcements. There was also a roster move yesterday. The Steelers parting ways with running back Trey Edmonds and signing running back Justin McNichols to round out the training camp roster. Of course, the big story out here, one of the big stories at least, is quarterbacks. In the springtime sessions, when those concluded, it was Mitch Trubisky, followed by Mason Rudolph, followed by Kenny Pickett, numbers 1, 2, and 3. They picked up out here where they began, where they left off, I should say, back in Pittsburgh. But Mike Tomlin cautioning everyone in the media yesterday not to perceive every pass thrown by every quarterback in practice as potentially being a needle mover or a depth chart alterer.
We're not going to micromanage or overmanage this quarterback competition. The depth chart will not rest on every throw. I know that you guys will want to ask me every day and every throw, but we're going to be a little bit more steady than that. I think it's important from a leadership perspective to not overmanage it, to not be too impulsive, and so that's what I've relayed to those guys, and our actions will continue to display that mindset.
Yeah, Mitch Trubisky intends not to overthink it as well. He was one of the QBs speaking today. Mason Rudolph also did some media prior practice today, and Trubisky said he's going out to play ball, not win a job.
Well, he wants us to go out there and play free, and he told us that. So you're not worried about every single throw, and it's practice. So you got to go out there, you got to test throws, you got to let guys go make plays, and you just got to go out there and not worry about every single throw. So that's just part of the territory when it comes to quarterback. You're not holding your head on every single throw anyway, so you just got to let it go out there and play. And when you're not thinking about it, that's when you're playing at your best anyway. So that's what I'm going to try to do during training camp.
Of course, the Steelers looking for a new triggerman on offense because the previous QB, Ben Roethlisberger, has rode off into the sunset and into retirement. Roethlisberger not only leaves a void behind center or under center, whatever you prefer, he leaves a leadership void that's got to be filled on the offensive side of the ball. One of the guys that Mike Tomlin thinks can help pick up that slack, second-year running back Najee Harris.
He doesn't have to do anything but be himself. I think that's an important component of leadership. I don't ask people to be something that they're not. It is naturally in his wheelhouse. It is something that just oozes off of him. And so it's just about he and us cultivating that and using that for our collective good.
Yeah, this has been a long-term plan for Harris all along since the Steelers selected him last year on the first round out of Alabama. He has been kind of groomed and cultivated as a leader to be by Mike Tomlin, by Ben Roethlisberger, by Cam Hayward. Now it's his time to step up and take over. And Najee Harris yesterday presented a clear understanding of what that's going to involve.
There's all type of leaders. You know, there's leaders who lead from the back. There's leaders who lead in the front, obviously the vocal ones, like Cam, you know. And there's leaders who lead by example. You know, I think I'm the guy who leads by example. I try to be that type of person, but, you know, like I said, I got to be the one who leads by speaking to.
A lot to unwrap on day one, and training camp, of course, just getting started. But Mike Tomlin in mid-preseason excitement mode. He's always fired up when he's in a football environment, and training camp in particular, a special time for Mike Tomlin. It always has been.
Man, I had that mindset in 1979, man, when I was putting my mouthpiece, man, in the boiling water, you know, getting ready for youth football, you know. I just love it. I always have. Since I was 7 years old, man, I've been a part of a football team, and this time of year means something. And those of us that have been in this thing in any capacity, in any role, we like that feeling. We understand what that feeling is.
Yeah, I think Steeler Nation understands what that feeling is. Mike Tomlin and the rest of the Steelers excited about being back at Saint Vincent College and back underway at training camp in preparation for the 2022 campaign. That's going to do it for today's edition of Training Camp Live, presented by FedEx. Thanks for finding us on Steelers.com. Until next time, I'm Mike Prisuta.